Hey guys, just wanted to make an update. Somebody left a comment, which I was fixing to make it anyway, but he was asking how I was doing. It's been a few days since I've made a video, about 5 days, I think, since I've made a video, so I thought I'd make an update. I'm doing a little better. Uh, Days are still rough. The OCD and what happened. I mean, it's just boom, 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 boom. And one of the things that helps is getting out during the day. It's about the only thing that helps. Sitting here doesn't help. That's why I'm going to get out here in a little while. It's just not helping, Nothing really helps. Watching TV doesn't help. Like watching old movies and things really doesn't help. I don't know why, but it triggers things in my mind. I'm sure it's the OCD, and it triggers her in my mind because it's like movies when they were younger, and it's that was their generation. I don't know why I do that, but you know, must be just OCD plus the trauma. Obviously, I need to see a therapist, but I can't, so I have to kind of do this. This is therapeutic. But I talked with my mom today, I should say, and I don't know now if it was my fault that my aunt got the virus. Um, I had the virus. There's no doubt that I did. When I got tested and I was negative, I think that I was already over it. That I had done cleared. But she got real sick and everything. But I thought that my mom had been around her during when I first got sick. I thought she went over because my aunt, I told you, that had surgery for her sciatic nerve, and I thought that because she had needed help, like people getting groceries for her and things like that, and I thought my mom had gone with her and gotten groceries, and I thought that she'd been sitting in the car with her and all that. Even if you wear a mask, I mean, if you're infected, it's probably gonna infect. So she said no, she had not done that before June the 30th, which was when I was sick. That's when I knew I had symptoms. It was the first time I felt funny. And because July the 1st was when I had to go take care of the speeding ticket from back in February because that stupid cop. But I ain't gonna get into all that. But I'm saying, she said she had not seen her during that time. And I know she didn't go see her after July the 4th because on the 4th of July was the night that she went to the emergency room. I took her. And she was, sick, with the COVID. They didn't even test her that night. I'll never forget that at the hospital. So we went home, It's just so ridiculous. And she just kept getting worse and worse, not feeling well. And so, of course, she went to the hospital eventually. And if my videos are right, she went around June the 8th or June the 9th. July the 8th or July the 9th. And my aunt went in the day after her. So she went in either the 9th or the 10th. And from what she said, she was not around her before I got sick. And she said it had been a while before. This had been weeks ago when she took her to, it's an hour away, where she had to have the operation, the surgery, and that she had drove her up there. But this was weeks ago, guys. If I was infected, they would have had the symptoms before then. If they had gotten infected by me, they would have, at their age, they would have had symptoms. So I don't think it was me. And that made me feel a little better. That eases the hell, But I'm not convinced completely, so, we'll see what happens. But the problem is, I'm so nervous about. I'll read your comments in a second. I see them over here, but I kind of wanted to get everything out that I was going to say. I worry when she goes back to work because, man, when I get up and whenever I first wake up, it even happened last night. I rested and got up at about 1 o'clock. Couldn't stop thinking about it again. And, if you're going, any of y'all know this, you don't even have to have OCD. If you've been through something that you don't want to think about, you don't want to think about it. It doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel bad. And that's what happened with me. And, yeah. That's my life. Uh, just I dread when she goes back to work because, see, I always get out of here as quick as I can during the day. Sitting here just does not help. Um, Sitting at home does not help at all. I can't watch TV. It just doesn't help. Getting away helps. And one of the things that helps me is driving. Um, Seems to help me in just getting in the car and driving through the countryside, except where she's buried. That doesn't help. But, oh, God, guys. I don't even like talking about it. It gets me, you know. But my mom's got to go back to work. Now that she's had all the negatives, she's COVID free now. And she's got to go back. And I dread it. I mean, I get she's got to go back. I'm not an idiot. I know she does. It's just I dread it because of my symptoms. The OCD, it's so brutal when you wake up. I mean, it's horrible, you know. And this will take a long time to get over. I mean, this will take me a long time, if ever. I got over my grandmother, but see, my grandmother was already old, and I didn't see her as much at that time. She was very sick already. She was very old. She was 85. You know, you kind of expect it by that point, right? It's just kind of the way it is, whether that's good or not. But it just didn't affect me as much. It was hard, but it didn't affect me as much. And plus, I was trying to learn to drive at that time, so I had a lot on my mind. Trying to get focused, trying to get my license, trying to learn to drive. It was it was a chore, and that kind of kept my mind off of it. Well, I don't have my mind on nothing now. The things I want to do, I can't do. And one of the things that's really getting to me too is everybody's disappearing, and I'm starting to feel so alone now. I dread being by myself one day. It just scares the hell out of me. It's just not good. Don't know what else to say. I just, just pray for me, guys. I'm going to need it. It's going to be a rough couple of days. A rough period in my life. I just wanted to make the update. I didn't want y'all thinking I was dead or something, that I took the plunge, I'm hanging on, but it's by a thread sometimes. And sitting here hurts my arm. Let me read some of the comments now. Hang on just a second. Let me take it. Hey, Mike. Is it Nick? Hang on. Getting a glare. Yeah, Nick. Hey, Nick. I've thought about trying that. Yoga. I may try that later on. Because I can't do other exercise much. I go to our park and I walk around for just a few minutes. That's all I can do. And I can't walk. I can't power walk. I can't do anything like that. So I just kind of loaf, but it's better than nothing. So I do it for about 10, 15 minutes. That's about all I do. Yeah, no, I've seen a grotesque subhuman. I haven't been paying attention because with all this, I think he's making the videos about, I think it's the incel stuff. I don't even care about that right now, with all this going on. I mean, I care. Like, it would be nice to have a good wife that was there for me, that would help me. That would be good. But, just seems like it's so up in the air right now. I've just got to get through everything. No, I agree with wearing the mask. I should have at the time. Like I said, even if I didn't affect my aunt, and I may not have, I affected my mom. I know I infected her, but she's okay. So it's, it's okay. We got through it. But I definitely think I infected. Like I said, I don't know about my aunt, but I know my mom. I did, and I think it was because I wasn't wearing a mask. I went inside that mall that day, and when I came out, like I said, I don't know if it was the mall something in the mall that caused it, or if it was something, um, days before. I don't know. But I know one thing. I sure felt like hell. Um, it was terrible. I mean, I didn't feel like it wasn't like death or nothing like that or hospitalization. I just felt sick. You know, if you didn't know it was COVID, if COVID wasn't going on, you just think it was a cold. Let's see. So I'd say wear the mask if you can. Please do it. Um, if you're in anywhere, do it. Because it may not hurt you, it may not even make you very sick, but if you give it to somebody that's older or has health problems, they're going to get very sick and they could die. I mean, it's happened in my family, so I would urge anybody, please do that. Don't go without the mask. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to all these idiots. They don't care. I tell you to stay home. To be honest, it's what I should have done. Should just stay home if you can, as much as you can. Let's see. Let me read some more comments. Might be. Of course, I live in the country too. But yeah, I did. I'm thinking about doing that. Garage workouts. I'm thinking about trying that. Um, right now, it's hard with the symptoms. I wake up with so much anxiety, but I know one day I got to do something. So we'll definitely see. I've been definitely looking at it. Um, I'm going to try to find out something here. Nobody knows nothing where I live. Every time you ask somebody anything, I don't know. They don't know anything, so you just have to do everything on your own. Yeah, I saw he made. I haven't seen the videos. I just can't watch them right now. Um, I hope he's favorable to me, but oh well. If he's not, doesn't matter. I don't know him, so I put myself out there. So you know, yeah. When I ask anybody about it, garage, they'll always say, "Oh, I don't know anything about that here." Well, I don't know who you'd ask. It's just how people are. You know, people just don't care, and you have to. If you do anything, you have to do it yourself. Sorry about that. Let me scoot this thing back. Okay. Grotesque subhuman. Is he an incel? I just wonder. I haven't seen nothing of him, so I don't know nothing about him. Um, like I said, whether the videos are favorable or not, I mean that's not too bad. My problem is I don't have a car or garage. I'd have to take my mom's when she gets back to work. But I might try to work that out somehow. I'll see. I'll definitely check it out. I appreciate you telling me about that. Right now, I'm just trying to get my mind mentally, you know, see what happens. Yeah, I need a car. Definitely. If I could just afford an old cheap car, I wouldn't care, but I ain't got the money for that right now. Obviously, I ain't got it. If you're not in the middle class, you don't have much money to do anything, so it's tough. I appreciate that. If he does, somebody said, Mike, hang on, we get such a glare on here. Mick Davis says, grotesque subhuman is an incel. He sees you as someone he can sympathize with. I appreciate that. Um, like I said, right now with everything going on, it's kind of the last thing I'm thinking about. Except I may get into that sometime about men and women. But right now, I'm just gonna leave it all alone. Right now, I don't really feel like doing that right now. So we'll see. But I don't really got much else to talk about. But this is all I got. I know I need to talk to somebody. I think I mentioned this before, but like therapeutic. I mean, I can't right now with everything going on, and I don't really have the money to talk to a professional. But I need to talk to two types of people: a religious counselor and a professional psychiatric counselor, because I need both sides. The psychiatric counselor is not going to look at things much from a religious perspective, and I know um, psychiatry kind of respects religion more than it used to, but it still just kind of looks at it as, oh, it's good for your mental state, it's good to make friends and those things, and it is, but they don't look at the truth about it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't look about it that it's the will of God, or Islam, it's the will of Allah. They don't look at it that way, so they don't take it as real. They just kind of look at it as, oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for your psyche. It's a good thing for your life. Blah blah blah. But a religious counselor is not going to understand the psychiatric problems that I have. They're not going to understand OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. They're not going to understand an autistic disorder, autistic spectrum disorder. So that's the problem. You need a balance, because most Christian ministers are not going to be trained in that. Some are, but most are not. There was a guy on YouTube. He preached some sermons regarding autism, and he mentioned that most Christian ministers don't know much about it. Like I said, unless they have a child or spouse or somebody that has the disorder, they don't know much about it. And that's sad, because autism is a severe problem, and OCD can be part of autism. It can be kind of a symptom of it, and OCD is a brutal disorder. And a lot of people, OCD has a high suicide rate, and so does autism. They both do, because they're hard to live with. And a lot of people just don't want to go on anymore. They're suffering. And that's just what happens. Let me read some comments here real quick. I used to play video games, Mike. I don't play much anymore. Just kind of lost interest in that when I was a teenager. Of course, I sucked at them. I wasn't any good at them. And if there's one thing you learn about men, and we're all kind of this way, whether we're macho guys or, nerdy guys, or whether we're just easygoing, if a man can't win, he ain't gonna play. And I could never win much at video games, so eventually, by the time I was about 17, 18, I stopped playing them. I never bought another video game system, never bought another game. I think the last video game system I bought was a Sega Genesis. Shows my age. I guess the last system I bought. I never bought a PlayStation. I almost did, and then I never years and years ago, and then I never bought one. Throat's drying out. I'm trying to think. What was I going to say? Lost my train of thought here. I'll think of it. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, talking about suicide rates, autism. I didn't realize this till I studied it. Autistic people, and I'm autistic. I never got tested, but I have all the symptoms of it. Autistic people, many of them do not live past their 40th birthday. Oh, I mean, before their 40th birthday. Usually they said their average lifespan is about 35 years old to 38. I guess they said because, number one, their suicide rate is so high. They said now that's more for the low functioning autistic people than the higher functioning. I'm a higher functioning, but still bad. And I've lived past that. So I guess I got to give myself a button. I'm still here. Sometimes I don't know how good that is. I tell you one thing, guys. My life started taking a real downhill spiral when my grandmother died. When my grandmother went, everything started getting worse. It was the first time I started thinking about, oh God, people are dying around me. I'm losing people. And boy, this didn't help with my aunt. This did not help. Because see, we saw her all the time. It's different if you ain't close to somebody, you never see them. We saw her all the time. Obviously, at holidays, she'd come by and pick Mom up. They'd go to church. All kinds of stuff. Now I won't see her anymore. gosh, it's terrible. I just don't know what to do. You know, I done forgot what I was going to talk about. But what do you guys think about? I'm trying to think. What was I going to ask real quick? There's something I always dreamed of doing, guys, and I would never leave mom by herself. I mean, we have my sister, but that's just, I don't want to get into that tonight, but let's just say it's not a good situation. We're not close at all. She doesn't treat me very well, and that's just how it is. But what do you guys think about? I always wanted to leave this area, not because it's a horrible place, but it's just got too many bad memories for me here. I don't know if y'all ever go through that. I mean, there's just nothing here for me. And when mom's gone, there's no reason I'm going to want to stay here. There's just no reason. I would love to just, I'm kind of like Brian said in his videos. I just wish I could just get in my car and just go. Just drive till I can't drive anymore. Well, let me go ahead and ask y'all. Do any of y'all, if y'all are still here, do any of y'all remember a YouTube channel by the name of Brian Baxter? Brian is in Brian, and then Baxter, Baxter. If y'all remember him, tell me. I used to watch him daily. This might help you remember if you don't remember him. Do you remember videos online that he did? They're old videos from like 2007, 2008, and they were called Benzo Withdrawal Welcome to Hell. I don't know if you remember those videos or not. They were excellent videos. I don't know if you remember those, but I'll wait and see if y'all respond. If y'all remember them. While I wait for y'all's response, just click a like on the video if you can. Click a like. If you know anybody that hasn't subscribed, subscribe to the video. The more subscribers I get, the more people see my videos, and I definitely want people to see them. Yeah, right. He's erased his videos, but I really liked his. I don't know why he erased his videos, but he erased them all. I hated that because I really liked him. He got me through some hard times. Me and him are so similar in our lives. It's not even funny, guys. And I was going to try to contact him and us talk. He lives way away from here, where I live. But I was going to talk, and then he deleted his videos. So I don't know. I don't know where he's at. But yeah, he made a video call. Like I said, you're not going to be able to find them now. I think he's deleted them all. But they were Benzo Withdrawal Welcome to Hell. That probably is. It's old. I don't have a good camera. This thing ain't real good, but I'm just going by YouTube's. But yeah, it's tough. But I don't know. It's really bad stuff. That's one of my problems too. I wish I was a technology savvy, but I'm just not. And it sucks that I'm not. Oh, guys, I just don't know where my life's going. It's not good. Things aren't getting real good. I mean, they're pretty much bad at best, and I feel like it's going to get horrible later on. Cut something on the TV here. It's what do you do at this point? I've been so depressed. And I may make a video about this sometimes, but I'm actually not as bad with women as I thought. And I may get into that sometime, but I don't want to do it on this video because I need a whole time to talk about that. And right now, I'm just not into it. But let's just say that I don't think I'm as bad with women as I thought I was, and I might actually be good with them. I know it's a lot. It's a you're not going to understand it until I talk about it, but um, let's just say I kind of am, and I hate talking at the house. I like to be out, be out of the house and talk on my phone. Do a video live from my phone. But this channel doesn't have enough subscribers, so I got 200 and I can't even remember now. It was like 214, 15, something like that. And I hadn't checked it today, so I got 5 likes. That's good. Definitely like that. Oh man. Sure. I was talking about winning the lottery one time, and somebody got on here and said, "You don't want that." Yeah, I do. I really would, and it's not to go blow it all and have sex with women or buy a yacht. It has nothing to do with that. It would just be, number one, to take care of myself, that I would be okay, and maybe even to help other people. I know what it's like to suffer. I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to have mental problems. I know what it's like to lose people. I know what it's like to suffer. I know it. When you know suffering, you can help others. God, have I suffered? Wow. Just think of what I've been through, guys. In the last 3 years, and this is just the last 3 years, my life has been rough for most of my life. But just think of the last 3 years. Not 2.5 years. At the end of this year, it'll be 3 years. Think of the last 2.5 years, what I've been through. Horrendous benzo withdrawal, where I had diabetic. It resembles diabetic neuropathy. That's what I've had. I had it all over my body at one time, literally all over, and I still do at times, but all over my body. I had a car wreck. Didn't get injured in it, but had a bad wreck, totaled the car. Broke my shoulder. Lost my aunt to COVID. I had COVID. My mom had COVID in the hospital with my aunt at the same time. All of that this year. I mean, this year. All of that the last 2 years. I've been through all of that. And that's just the last 2 years. I lost my father when he was 32. I was 4. Died of cancer. Had autism since as long as I know. Mom told me I had symptoms from when I was very, very small. Struggled through school, couldn't pass the test, didn't get a diploma, couldn't go to college, tried at least 6 times to go, could not go. Lost all my friends. Never had a date, never had sex. Think of that. I'm just saying, think of this. How would you be if you had, and I'm not whining, I'm just saying, how would you be if all of this happened to you? I don't think it'd be too good. It's tough. That's my life. Pretty rough. Pretty hellish. Don't know what to do. I try to watch the news, but see, I look the things I do to calm me down, I can't do right now. Number one, the news used to calm me down. I know that sounds bizarre, but I love the news. I'm a scholar. If there was one thing I would do, I would write. And I would actually do a YouTube channel that dealt with politics. I would buy the equipment so my videos would look better than these. And I would, do a good channel, make money off it. I'd do it. Probably get kicked off because they wouldn't like my views, but still, I'd do it, I just can't do that right now. Just not able. I'd love to be a minister and do a channel like that, biblical YouTube channel. How long would that stay up here? I don't know. But I would do it. But I can't. It's with the OCD. I just can't. It is an illness that controls your life. And what do you do? It's tough. Now, just a second. Well, my last 2 years, I can certainly say one thing: they hadn't been dull. Sure haven't been that. What do you guys think about a political YouTube channel? I mean, you don't have to agree with my views. I just think, what do you think if I tried to do that one day? My problem with politics right now is what is everything talking about besides the riots and all that nonsense going on? What else are they talking about? COVID. I don't want to hear about COVID right now. I don't know. And every time I go to town, people making me wear the stupid mask, man, I'm sick of it. I have to sit there and hear that, and it's like, man, like I lost somebody. Get the hell away from me, man. That's what's happened. Nobody's paid the price, so they don't care. Well, I have. And like I said, I made my mom sick. I know I made her sick. There's no doubt that I made her sick because I was sick first and then she was. Oh, man. I'm not a alt-right guy. Hang on just a second. Read this comment. Master Kill wrote, "How right-leaning are you?" I don't know if I'm either one. I'm more of a populist kind of guy. But I ain't gonna get into my politics on here. But my views would probably surprise people. I'm kind of mixed. I have some moderate views. I'm not a fanatic. I'm definitely not a tear the system down one way or the other. I don't agree with that. But I'd love to do that one day. Like I said, I'm just not going to get into it right now. I was so looking forward to the election. I love politics and I love election time, but with all this in my life right now, I just hadn't even kept up with it much, other than just the riots. I mean, I saw it. Oh, man. I hope Brian puts his videos back up. I know he's been trying to find work and say, I don't work right now. So, I don't have to worry about that. I know he does. So that could be part of, people, when you leave a big footprint like I have and like he has, he made lots of videos like I did. And when you've made lots of videos, you're out there. Of course, my face is on here and everything. You never know, people could fire you for that reason. They could do all kinds of stupid stuff to you. But, yeah. That's about all I can say. Hope he puts them back up. His videos got me through a lot. Because we're just so similar. I'll mention it. He's kind of homeless now. I don't know if he is now. He was. I think he got a job at a motel and he's surviving, But I like him. He's very supportive. He is the one person online through the years when I asked him to respond, like, when I would comment on somebody and I'd say, hey, what do you think about blah, 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 and nobody would ever respond. They'd never send me a message. That's back when you could actually message people on YouTube, but they would never message me. They would never send me a video clip, email, nothing. And he was the only one that did. He made a video on YouTube in my behalf. I always appreciated that. And it was a long video, like it wasn't some 2-minute, it was like 8, 9, 10 minutes. And that's back before videos couldn't be longer than like 15 minutes. So I appreciated that. It's a long story. Let's see if I can see. I'm trying to see the name here. Conrad Helsenberg. That's a good. It's a long story, my man. If you want to know, watch my videos. Go back and just watch them, and you'll kind of understand. It's been a hell ride, man, and I don't know why. Me and mom, and see that was another thing. Me and mom fighting a lot. Brian and his family, he don't have them now. His parents are both dead, but like he said, they weren't very supportive when he suffered either. You know, with his problems, they really didn't. They didn't really, you know. Oh, my video paused. Everything okay here? Okay, paused there. So let me see. Is it still pausing? Yeah, it's pausing a little bit. Guess I better get off here, guys. Looks like I'm starting to have problems here, so I'm going to go ahead and get off. But yeah, you want to make your parents proud, but you can't. I'll definitely talk to y'all later, guys. It looks like this video is. Hang on, it's pausing again. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. It looks like it's starting to mess up. So take care, guys. I appreciate y'all watching my videos. Hang on. Subscribe, like, support my videos. I appreciate it, guys. Any good news you'd have, please send it. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.